What is your name?
My name is Karen De Leon.
Karen. How old are you?
I am 36 years old.
Single or married?
I am married.
With how many children?
I have one child.
What's the age?
She is 5 years old.
She's a girl.
Yes.
Karen, do you have any working experience as a domestic helper?
Yes, I do have experience as a domestic helper.
Where?
Here in the Philippines.
How long you working for your employer?
I work with my employer for about 3 years.
There are total how many family members in the house?
There are 3 family members.
With how many child or children?
There is one newborn child in the family.
So you are the one to take care of the baby or the mother?
Sometimes the mother, but sometimes if she needs to go to her work, I was the one who take good care of her.
Okay, tell me about your routine job for this employer. For example, what time you wake up and then what are you doing?
Normally, my employer told me I need to wake up earlier at around 4 o'clock in the morning. And if I need to take care of the child, I need to sleep beside her. And after that, I need to prepare their meals every day and take good care of their clothing, the needs of the family if they're sick, especially the child. And if the parents are not in the house, I make sure that the house is clean and make sure that everything is in order, especially the dangerous one, especially the kitchen. I make sure that the kitchen is clean because the most important part of the house is the kitchen because that's where I prepare their food. So I make sure that they're healthy also, and also make sure that the toilet is also clean. And what else? I make sure that the family wears clothes clean, and sometimes I send the dogs out together with the child if my employer is not inside the house.
Okay. Then how about the children, the child? Because when you take care the baby, sometimes you will, if the mother is in the job in her work, then you are the one to take care. So when you stay with the child together, so how to share your time with the child?
I make sure if there are, you mean if there are 2 kids in the family?
No, I mean
or just the
now this employer you said you are the one to take care since the newborn baby, right?
Okay. Since they have newborn baby, if my employer advised me, I need to focus with the child if in case they're in their work. The most important thing that I need to attend is the child because since the child or the infant is still young, so I need to look after her, feed her, change her diapers, and make sure that she's okay with her health if she feels something because I had my experience with my daughter. So I consider the child of my employer as my own child also. And sometimes when the parents are home, that's the only time that I give it to them for them to take good care of it. But normally if the child is sleeping, that's the time I start working inside the house. So I make sure that I have my own time management before and after they come to work. I make sure that I prepared everything. Besides, I have a little child to take good care of it. So it's only a time management that I am doing.
If you take care of the employer, they have the 2 children, both boy.
Okay.
And the age is only I think 7 years old or 9 years old, or just below 10, 10 years. They are very close. The age is very close.
Okay.
But also they are very
silly boys.
I mean,
playful.
It's very active.
Okay.
Ah.
Very active, very naughty sometimes.
Yeah. Then they will fight, and then they just want to just a fight,
Small fight.
Yeah, small fight, or I mean, they fight only maybe just
Small things.
small things. So if you are the helper of them, the parents is not in house at the daytime. How you are the one to take care of them? So how to manage this case?
Okay, I have experience with that with my two nieces, and most of the time they fight in small things. But I talked to them and I told them, if ever you do that again, okay, I will not spank you or hit you, but of course I will get mad. But I will explain to them why I get mad, and I will teach them how to be a good person. If the two boys fights again, that's the only time that I will tell my employer, or I will tell their parents that these kids had a small fight, but I talked to them, and then I try to explain to them why they don't need to fight for small things. I will teach them also how to be a good boys, so that their parents will be happy for them because their kids are growing up as a good persons, not because they're just kids. Of course, I will also explain to them what are the bad things or the good things that they need to learn, even if they fight.
But of course, your experiences for your niece, for your nephew, they will listen to the aunt.
Yes, yes.
But
Of course, but for some other kids, I have experienced also that because I have neighbors also, little boys. Sometimes they had a small fight. I talk to them. We sit down together, the three of us, and then I will explain to the first child if he did something wrong to the child. Does it makes him happy? Or I will talk also to the other child if it makes him happy that they are fighting, and then I will tell them also that it's not nice to fight one another. It's better to play, and then you will keep good memories to one another. I'll just explain to them the good things, just to be a good friends or good brothers, and of course explain to them why it's not good to fight for small thing or even in big things. Explain the good and the bad side for them. It's only how you explain to the kids, and then of course they will listen.
I know some will listen, but some they will not follow the helpers any advice, or
Yes.
because they are not respect the helper. They think you are only the helper for my family. But anyway, be patient to the children.
Yes, patience.
For example, you just try to explain to them, but if you cannot solve the problem, then you must inform their parents.
Yes.
Let them to know what is happening.
Yes.
Parent, working in Hong Kong as a helper is not an easy job because the employer, they are very demanding. You know why? Because they offer the much higher salary to you. Of course, they are great demanding. Just they are not in a good mood, they also will shouting to you. If your employer shout to you, what do you do?
Oh, for me, if my employer did that to me, of course, I'll think that as I'll treat that as a positive challenge for me on how to get the thoughts of my employers, on how to make them feel good, even though they feel bad for the day, if they feel mad. I make sure that at the end of the day, they will be happy because they will think that, oh, Karen made me happy today, even though I am mad, I have problems. Because for me, I see life is beautiful, and even if we have problems, I make sure that at the end of the day, it's a challenge for us, and also for me as their how will I say, correct me if I'm wrong, as a staff or as their domestic helper or their helper in their family, or if they consider me as one of their members. So I'll make sure that I will put at the end of the day a smile for my employer.
Yeah, very positive. Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, Karen, working for the employer, as a helper, the most important is obedience, loyalty, honesty. So you must promise me you will follow all the instructions from your employer, especially the holiday arrangement. This is arranged by the employer. Any day of the week, maybe Sunday, maybe weekday.
Okay.
So never ask for your employer about your holiday. Just waiting the arrangement. And the holiday, you cannot go out early than 9 o'clock, and you must come back to the house before 8 o'clock. Okay?
Okay, all right.
And the holiday, suppose you should not work for the employer, because according to the Hong Kong labor rules, you have the 24 hours to take a rest. But I share my advice to you. If you want to appreciate the employer, you want to build up a good relationship with your employer. So even the holiday, before you go out and once you come back, you also do the housework for the employer.
Yes.
Are you willing?
Yes, I am willing.
And the cell phone, when you're working, you must turn off your cell phone and put it on the table. You cannot use. At the night time, when you finish all the job, you take the rest, you can ask the permission from the employer, or mom, sir, can I use my cell phone? I want to communicate with my family. Okay, if they say yes, no problem, then you can use. But not more than 1 hour, much less than 1 hour. After that, you also turn off and put it back again on the table. It's okay?
It's okay.
But I'm sure when your holiday, your employer will return the phone to you, then you can hold it to use. No
Okay,
problem.
no problem with me.
Please make a promise to your employer you will not use the cell phone when you're working.
Madam, sir, I promise not to use my cell phone unless you allow me to use it in case of emergency or on my holiday. I promise that to you.
Please hold the two hands in front. 咁啊 Karen 咧，佢36歲，佢係一個屋企嘅大女，自己亦都有一個女咧，就係6歲。佢係一個非常之能言善道嘅人，講嘢寫嘢都好靚，都好好。咁從佢言談之中，佢講佢自己係一個好正能量嘅人，佢識得將個問題用第二個形式去諗。咁呢個係一個好事嚟嘅，整體嚟講係一個好事嚟嘅。所以我冇懷疑過佢嘅工作能力。不過可以咁話，我哋如果介紹工俾佢，我覺得唔好太人數多嘅家庭，因為佢始終係唔係響呢一方面好多嘅工作經驗。咁如果一個簡單嘅家庭，佢一定能夠 handle 到。但如果你一個人數太多嘅家庭，我驚佢未必一時可以即時做到僱主你哋嘅要求。但係唔係話佢永遠都做唔到，只不過係開頭咁。所以但如果你係要個工人咧嚟到你已經係可以即係好快 fulfill 到嘅咧，佢係未可能即刻做得到呢一樣嘢。唔係話佢唔醒目，佢係一個好醒目嘅人。只不過我覺得佢係適合做一個比較人數簡單啲嘅家庭開始。Okay, Karen, I hope I can see you soon in Hong Kong soon. Bye.
Bye.